This is Storytelling with Puppets, and this next story is one called The Big Fat Worm, and it's adapted from the book by Nancy Van Laan. For this story, you don't need a lot of puppets. There's a worm in it, but I don't even use a worm puppet, I just use my finger. He doesn't really have that much to do anyways. You need a bird, and a cat, and a dog, and then usually when I use it with preschoolers as opposed to toddlers, I add in a lion for just a little extra silliness. But you can do it either way. We'll use the lion in this demonstration. And it's a pretty simple story to tell. The puppets sort of appear, do their thing, and disappear. But because there's such a strong pattern to it, it's very easy to learn. You don't have to, not hard to memorize. So here's how the story goes. A big fat worm popped out of the ground. And he crawled all around, and he looked all around, when along came a big black bird. So here I'm reaching into my bag, pulling out the bird, and this pattern starts. And the big black bird said, "Hi, worm." And the big fat worm said, "Hi, bird." And the big black bird said, "I'm going to eat you up." And the big fat worm said, "Oh, no, you're not." And the big black bird said, "Oh, yes, I am." And the worm said, "No." And the bird said, "Yes." But the worm disappeared back into the ground. Then along came a big gray cat. And the big gray cat said, "Hi, bird." So a couple things here. One is, usually works best if you have a couple puppet bags here. So you alternate puppets on different hands. So bird is going to be on this side, and so is dog. Cat's going to be on this side, and so is lion. So you can easily grab them. If you're going to follow the same pattern, and each time the new one comes, there's a sort of a double take like that, so that the kids focus and realize that these two have just spotted each other, and something's going to happen. And their voices have to be a little bit different, not too distinct or unique, but they do have to be different. So along came a big gray cat, and the big gray cat said, "Hi, bird." And the big black bird said, "Hi, cat." So now the bird is a little bit scared, of course. And the big gray cat said, "I'm going to eat you up." And the big black bird said, "Oh, no, you're not." And the big gray cat said, "Oh, yes, I am." And the bird said, "No." And the cat said, "Yes." But the bird flew high, high away. So you see, you can have a little bit of fun with the movements when the cat said yes, and just do a little jump and just miss, and the bird can almost peck the cat back in return. So there's some good not too wild but fun action for the kids to follow. And the bird flew high, high away. Then along came a big brown dog. And the big brown dog said, "Hi, cat." And the big gray cat said, "Hi, dog." And the big brown dog said, "I'm going to eat you up." And the big gray cat said, "Oh, no, you're not." And the big brown dog said, "Oh, yes, I am." And the cat said, "No." And the dog said, "Yes." But the cat climbed high up a tree. And along came a big tan lion. And the big tan lion said, "Hi, dog." And the big brown dog said, "Hi, lion." And the big tan lion said, "I'm going to eat you up." And the big brown dog said, "Oh, no, you're not." And the big tan lion said, "Oh, yes, I am." And the dog said, "No." And the lion said, "Yes." But the dog ran all the way home. And so now we have a little transition where we wrap it up. And this is a circular tale, so this is going to lead us up to the beginning again. And and it's important here that you haven't thrown your puppets too far away, because you're going to need gather them all up. So ideally you're putting them back in your bag or right behind your bag where the kids can't really be tempted to come up and grab them. And they'll be accessible. We'll see. And the big tan lion didn't know what to do. So he walked and he walked all the way to the zoo. And the big brown dog thought it was time for a nap. So he ran home to look for a lap. And the big gray cat climbed down from the tree and walked on off to see what she could see. And the big black bird, and it's okay to take a little time finding these puppets and putting them back on your hands. The kids will be into it just fine. The big black bird flew around and around till he spotted something pink, something fat, something round. And a big fat worm popped out of the ground. And the big black bird said, "Hi, worm." And that's the story of the big fat worm, adapted from the book by Nancy Van Laan. And that's one way to tell it with puppets.